of 3 straight, the Maryland Terrapins. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Maryland's offense will have the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws.
Oh, picked off. Touchdown, Missouri! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the
He's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
And as a defense, you have to be aware, just because this guy lines up all the way to the right, that doesn't mean he's going to run routes all the way across your face. They lost track of him, and because of that...
Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Terrapins!
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give on the inside. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
He's looking to throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Maryland! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating a turnover and getting points off of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's past the 30. Nothing but green ahead. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for you.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Second down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man.
Got a lot of running room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Terrapins in the hurry-up.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Now on second down after the short completion. Off the play fake. On target. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Looking to throw for it. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Good right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Looking to go up top on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The give to the back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Hey, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Auburn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The give to the lone running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. They'll run play action. Starts to scramble to the left. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give from the gun. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try the run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. Finds a crease at the 20. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Just feeds the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Bounced off his feet.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Fullback's got it. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. Tried to push his way in, but not quite enough on 4th and goal. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? You can threaten the run and then run play action. It opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Timeout, Missouri.
The Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he intercepts it. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. He's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Missouri.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
And the Terrapins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third. All kinds of running room. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Tripped up for the tackle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Heritage trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And it's right down the boulevard.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? A good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes his connection. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Smashes ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Might as well give it to him again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Tempo and overdrive. Quarterback on the keeper. Across the 25, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Dumps it off in the flats. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Now on 2nd down. The play action fake. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He got it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 2 to Auburn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They want to run it left here.
Tackle is made at the 44. Time's up. 2nd down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Missouri comes to the line with another first down. They'll give it to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the tailback. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Missouri! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to the ground game on the left. Open space at the 25. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, the ground game. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you...
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Terrapins! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Let's go! He's looking to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Missouri 31, Maryland 26.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
And now on second down for this offense. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Missouri.
They are so close to a score they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
On second down, they'll take to the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Hold it, up and.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, going up top. Fires downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
First down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Griffin. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. He wants to throw, but a little time lets it go. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
First down.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
The pass attempt falls incomplete. It's now third down.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal.
42, Spider. Rolling. Alert.
Wants to throw on third down. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on fourth down. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. And he's just going to spike it.
Incomplete. Brings up second and goal.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one It's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. But nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Timeout, Missouri.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. We've got a great matchup here on deck. Still early in the season, but both teams come in undefeated, ready to test each other and try to stay perfect on the year. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Now that we've talked long enough, Kirk, let's get this game going. The Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So Wisconsin's offense is up first today. And Kirk, here comes the star tight end. There's so much emphasis in college football on using this position creatively. I mean, this guy's as good as any of them.
Yeah, you nailed it, Chris. We've seen tight ends have a big impact in college football in the past, but what this guy is doing right now is unbelievable. Speed of a wide receiver, size and power of an offensive lineman. We're looking at a freak out there today.
Play action here on first down. Slides to avoid the big hit.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play, pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what you talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game, and give their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Second down after that previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Nice run here by this Wisconsin running back to pick up the first down, and you love to see Wisconsin when they could run the ball. Think about, Chris, the embarrassment of riches that the Badgers have had over the years. Monty Ball and Melvin Gordon and Jonathan Taylor, and going back to Ron Dayne, who won the Heisman. So many good backs that have played in Camp Randall.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Chris, you can see when the offensive line does their job and gives this quarterback time to throw, you're going to see plays like this and first downs for the Badgers offense. They've had some good ones over the years. Very efficient. Of course, Russell Wilson is the name that stands out, but they've had others. Scott Tolzien, Darrell Bevel, Jim Sorgi, Brooks Bollinger's good quarterback play that always seems to make the right decision.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Can he reach the end zone? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
And the Badgers looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Badgers offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. We We've got some interesting matchups here today, Kirk. Each quarterback is going to have to account for an elite free safety on the other side.
Well, Chris, I think this is the game within the game, to be honest. These two free safeties are great at operating and just roaming in coverage. It's going to be interesting to see how these two move around in the chessboard of this game.
They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Field. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Brings up second down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And there's the handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They go backwards on that third down completion. Sets up a fourth down. Buckeyes will send their punt team onto the field. And it's a solid punt headed toward the sideline. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to his target. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Pressure is coming. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Offense will try to convert a third and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. Using his legs on the scramble. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down. Do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. They'll hand it off. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here's the second down play. Keeping it on the ground here. That's good for a first down near the 40.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers, but we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
First down, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And the tailback's got it again. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
Second at the 44-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
So it's Wisconsin with the lead here, Kirk. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far.
Wisconsin 7, Ohio State 0.
Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. The offense will go for it on this 4th down near midfield. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. 4th down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. What I love to see is he not only picks up that first down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, and a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Caught quickly. Tackle made after the completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Try and muscle for the first down. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And the Badgers will line up to boot it away. We're going to kick it away for the second time. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. And here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Lets it go as he's being hit. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now, defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3 and out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Boy, nice throw here by this Wisconsin quarterback. Good route by the receiver and a first down for the Badgers. And when Wisconsin can throw the football to complement their running game, they're a very dangerous offense to deal with.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. On first down, it's play action. And looking for a big play here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9. So the offense really clicking here. 3 plays, and suddenly it's first and goal. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Bringing pressure. Trying to run it in. The defense stops him close to the goal line, but not in.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, Chris, we're still here in the first half, but you got to wonder after that stop there on third down. Now we got a fourth down situation. And now you're in the red zone. I wonder, you want to take the 3 points the easy way, but you roll the dice, try to take a chance, and try to come up with a touchdown.
And that one's straight down the middle. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Return starts from inside the 5. Coverage team able to bring him down. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the running back. That's going to bring up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw, and he lofts it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Pulls it in. It's Sampson. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Out of the gun now on third down. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. An explosive play, big gain, spotted down near the 37.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down, looking to throw the football. QB to the tight end for a completion. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Badgers have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a 1st and goal. And the Badgers line it up with 1st and goal. Looking to throw again. Defense is coming after him. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
I hate to question a play call, but that close to the goal line on 1st and goal, and you throw it. Why not run the football right there?
This will be a challenge now. 2nd and goal, back at the 13. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up.
Love to see the positive yards here. Down inside the 10-yard line, you're looking for anything to get closer to the goal line. Now it's going to set up 3rd and goal. Got to find a way to get this ball into the end zone.
Looking for 6. And it's picked off in the end zone.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. It stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate the breakdown. And the Badgers will kick this away to start the second half. Returner looking to create better field position. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Well, they run the ISO play, but the interior O-line just overwhelmed that time.
Yeah, give the defensive line all the credit in the world because they just manhandled this offensive line. They won the line of scrimmage. It's a very simple play. You should be able to, at the very least, get some positive yards here, but not when you lose the battle up front.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes pick up enough yards to move the sticks. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. It's a quick grab. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that run produces a decent gain.
Third down coming up.
On the double.
Third down play for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. This will call incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Now it's second down here. Makes a quick catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Badgers looking to use the up-tempo offense here. The shotgun handoff here. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking to pass here on second down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. Got space looking for the end zone here. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers.
What a play by this quarterback. You're talking about 3rd down. This is a critical time in this game, and he comes up with that play against this coverage. Everything's covered. He uses his legs for not only a 1st down, but a touchdown.
Fields it just outside the goal line. When he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. Can they catch him? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. Special teams making a monster play. The returner gets the touchdown, but a bunch of guys contributed that time, Kurt.
Yeah, exactly right. The blocks up front really set the tone to be able to give him his chance. You don't see this happen very often in this game where a guy gets a chance to have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Everything has to be just perfect, and of course, he had the speed to be able to get it all the way to the end zone.
And the return starts. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Handoff heading left. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. And it's incomplete. What is the final play of this period? So it's Wisconsin with the lead here, Kurt. We've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. This one is right through. And we are tied up now here in the 4th quarter. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Man, I tell you, life of a kicker. This guy's not been called on the entire game. Probably cold as ice on the sideline. But when it matters, he's hot as a stove when his number's called.
And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Tight end makes the grab. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Just a great play by the running back here. Finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And that run is good for 1st down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He'll try a pass here. Finds his man. It's Sampson. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
And the quarterback keeps it here. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. And the Badgers will have to punt this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot. So sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Most offensive coaches, they're going to be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man. But I'm curious to see if they're going to test this defensive back again because of the excellent coverage he's having out there.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's past the 25. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain.
So impressed here, Chris, with this effort by the receiver. This ball is thrown way downfield, and actually it's thrown beyond him. I thought it was too far. This guy somehow lays out and comes down with a huge completion.
The offense really clicking here. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
That sack sets up a second down and long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. The pocket breaking down. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short. Third down play coming up. Try a field goal from here, would be 55 yards. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Third down play coming up. To try a field goal from here would be 55 yards. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And he's going to launch it deep again. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
He's going to lose yardage there, forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense. Offense getting set. It's second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw, testing the middle. Looks downfield. He connects with a wide-open wide receiver. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42. On first and 10, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. He's going to take off. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try the right here. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They jump in front here in the fourth.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game was on the line. Now we'll see if his own defense can hold on to this lead.
And the extra point was up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Steps out of bounds at the 19. That's where they'll start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And it comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Oh, the deep ball caught at the 25. A huge gain moves the ball to the +22. Great scoring position now.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up in the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Got space, looking to score. And he scores. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a touchdown here to pull them within one with under a minute to go. Conventional wisdom says you kick the extra point and you rely on your defense to send this game to overtime. But it could go for 2 to try to take the lead.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. Your worst-case scenario, you go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to win it in regulation. Let's see. Let's fly to the wideout. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, this is textbook defensive back play right here. He's in phase with the wide receiver. And the thing that I love, and a lot of defensive backs don't have the ability to do, he gets his head turned around, eyes on the quarterback to know when the ball's coming to allow him to knock it away.
Grab down the middle. It's Harris. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Chris, look at the clock here. We're under a minute to play, and it's a completion, but it's not very effective. The defense's job is to just keep everything in front of them. The offense has got to come up with different ways to manipulate that coverage and take some shots downfield.
That's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Up here on 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, I thought the defense had him there, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the left side. He's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Trying for a pick six to win the game. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. So this defense now needs to come up with something special to make a play to stay in this game in OT.
He shreds the tackle.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
At the 9-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
Ready, set.
It's a second and goal play for the offense.
Unlock.
We're going to score. They'll run it to the left side. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this likely will end up being one of the best games, not only for them, but maybe in all of college football for the season. To me, it felt like an instant classic and one that fans should remember for a long time.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.